This pole does not have the crank to tighten the net. Also notice Sports Imports on the pole. The pole without the crank is the one that goes in the middle of the gym by the curtain. The word Sports Imports always faces the center line. It must face in towards the net. Notice a viewing hole at the top and a pin stop hole. There's a key on the right hand side of the sticker. J is about 7 feet for 6th and 7th grade boys. W is for 7'4", the highest it goes for CYC. M is for men's, which is 8. You won't use that very often. Notice the pin is in the lower hole, the pin stop hole, and when you look through the hole, you should be able to see a letter. Can we? Is there a letter in there? Okay, lift up on the pole just slightly, pull the pin out, then you can see the letters moving up and down. The W we want to be able to see through the viewing hole, and then we stick the pin through all the way. I've come in here a few times and found it a little bit crooked like that. Lift the pole up until the hole's aligned and you can get it all the way through. You don't even have to push very hard as long as they're aligned. When the net is on, you have to loosen the net in order to lift the pole. Otherwise, it's way too hard. So you loosen the net. Be cautious that the net that's hooked here doesn't fall off when you loosen the tension. So make sure you put it back on here before you tighten it on the other side. Make sure the net is hooked right here. And we'll show you that again when we put the net on. But that's how you adjust the height. Lift up a little, pull the pin, slide it to where you see the letter you want to. We've also added additional silver lines that'll be at the top instead of using the viewing hole. There's our J. All the way through. To take the poles out of the pole rack, you undo the Velcro, pull it out of the loop, the bar, and release. You'll notice the pole with the crank, the Sports Imports, is on the opposite side. Just like with the other pole, Sports Imports must face into the court, and the crank will be near the wall. Always set up the poles with the crank so the crank is closest to the wall, not the curtain. If you take the net off the cart, you undo your straps. They can be rather persistent. Just drape the strap over the handle. That's probably a bad idea, because it's going to get all tangled up. Don't drape it over the handle. Just take the net with the wheels locked, gently unwind. Once you have the net aligned with the center line, undo the bottom rope protector safety strap, disconnect the bottom rope from the top rope, straighten out, untangle the top rope, and loop it over the pulley. We will have the handle nearby, attached to the pole. Then turn the crank until the hook for the loop comes into sight. We'll zoom in here and get close so that you can see the little hook goes on the rope, and then crank clockwise. Try to align the rope in a variation of patterns. You have your safety strap for the bottom rope. Remove that. Disconnect the bottom rope from the top rope. The bottom rope is obviously less heavy duty. The top rope is the one that has a loop, a metal loop. Make sure you get the top rope and the top rope so your net is properly aligned. Loop it over the pulley, lower it down to this hook, and then let the weight of the net hold it in place. You can go ahead and loosely connect your bottom rope by using this sort of dog leash sort of connector. Hook it to the metal loop on the tensioning tool. We'll show you how this works when we go to tighten the net. And just keep your strap. This is a safety strap for all of this hardware. We don't want any kids to run into that metal. Keep that nearby for when we tighten. With a moderate amount of tension on the net, slide the bottom rope through. It has to go underneath the top rope. That's why you don't want this to be completely tight, so that you can fit it through there. Pull it and connect it to that loop. That's why you need to leave the other side a little bit loose. The way I had it, I couldn't get it to reach. Of course, we need to explain this. The way this piece works is that when you pull on this spring-loaded piece, you will be, because this is a loop, now it's a little bit looser, but when I pull on that spring-loaded piece and then pull this way, I'm pulling that half circle tighter. And then that holds, it locks in place. So you just have to pull this way to tighten. It helps if you pull on this rope at the same time. Don't forget to apply your safety strap. Then you can continue to tighten. Do not try to make the net higher by making it tighter. Okay, you adjust the height like we showed you before with the pins, and then you tighten it until it's straight, because this is just a rope, and these are graphite. You don't want to tighten so much